They had a 23-point lead early in the third quarter, and it evaporated, of course, and they won by six. For the most part right now, you've got this superstar team, this dream team, too, if you will. And yeah, I'm not going to get too concerned about exhibition games and who they're playing and how much they win by. This is just about going out and winning, period. That's all I care. I don't even care if they play well or if they don't play well. I don't care about any of that. Just win.
Well, one guy does care, specifically how they win these games, and that one guy was Devin Booker. So I'm going to play this cut for you, Wolf, because I know you've been saying a lot this offseason. You want Devin Booker to sort of reestablish that the Phoenix Suns are his team and be that leader and say what needs to be said and tell the truth and lead by example, all those things, right?
Bring order.
Yeah, well, this is different. Team USA has played 2 exhibition games together, but he voiced his thoughts after the game yesterday.
Yeah, I think we should have to stay on the gas, take care of the silly mistakes, the turnovers, and be the more physical team, and just rebound, keep teams off the offensive glass.
So he also went on to say, we understand time is not on our side. We have to clean things up quickly, and playing like we did in the second half today, we will not win a gold medal, unquote.
Yeah, you know what? There it is. This is what I'm talking about, telling the truth.
You were the first person I thought when I saw those 2 quotes.
Why?
Because that's what you've been asking. You haven't been asking for it for Team USA.
Correct.
You've been asking for it with the Suns. This is a real interesting context for him to do it in because he's on a team with a bunch of Hall of Famers, and they've only played 2 games together. And I don't think he was breaking things in the locker room. I think he just asked a question and he answered it, but he did answer it pretty honestly.
This is, once again, what I am hoping for with Devin Booker, just the experience of all this. The experience. How much did it change Devin Booker as a player the first time around on the Olympic team? It changed him dramatically. It really did, and we saw that. He created this two-way nature, offensively and, of course, defensively, and his effort on the defensive end of the floor really skyrocketed after this. And I think the same thing is going to happen here with Devin Booker. The experience is going to move him and maybe teach him what it is he needs. And what he needs, in my opinion, is to be the leader of this team.
Well, I'm not saying he's the leader of Team USA by any means, but if you get to
I'm talking about the Suns.
Yeah.
To be the leader of the team.
But if you get to the point where you are comfortable enough to be a leader on Team USA, then does that not make it a lot easier to be able to lead a team, with all due respect, with like Ryan Dunn and Mason Plumlee and, just more of just NBA players as opposed to the best, in some cases, the best of all time?
Yes.
So, again, I'm not saying Booker's like establishing himself as or even trying to, as the leader of Team USA, but to have the confidence to speak out after a game that they won, but they weren't great, and he was the second leading scorer on the team. And it's not like he was saying everybody else needs to be better and not me, but when you look for ways for him to grow, and we keep talking about this, like what can he get out of this experience? I know it was an exhibition game, but I thought that was interesting, Wolf, because that sounded a lot like what you want to see from him with the Suns. And I would think it would be a lot easier to do it with the Suns than it would be on the world stage with Team USA.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And, Devin Booker has got a ton of respect. And it's one of the things I really appreciate about him the most is his humility and the humility level that he has. Sometimes that humility, though, can actually work against you. And the reason being is because you will defer on a lot of things. You will defer to guys that you respect so much. That humility allows you to respect people. And because of that, you will defer. And I know exactly what that is like, going out to the Pro Bowls. I can tell you right now, look, there's Walter Payton. It's Walter Payton. Mike Singletary. That's Lawrence Taylor. All these guys in the NFC, Google it, my young crunks, all these guys in the NFC locker room, Hall of Famers, legends, icons. It's hard not to defer to them. And I know exactly the way that feels. And so Devin Booker, again, to see him actually telling the truth, pointing some things out, I love that because that's what he needs to do more of. I think, with the Phoenix Suns. Be the leader, the de facto leader, and leaders, they tell the truth.
Now, the other part of this is there's supposed to be another Phoenix Sun on this team, and Kevin Durant it's not like he was expected to play yesterday, but he's missed both the first 2 games, and I believe if they have another game in Abu Dhabi, he's not playing in that one either. I don't know. But either way, he's missed the first 2 games, okay? Now, it is early July. From a Suns perspective, I personally am not concerned about this at all. If he starts missing Olympic games, then we might be like, hey, we got to monitor this injury, for the Suns season. But this is Mike Budenholzer on Friday talking about it.
Our medical staff has done a great job of supporting him. USA Basketball has been great supporting him. Kevin's a veteran. He knows himself well. So, we feel confident that he's in a good place and is being well taken care of. And, hopeful that he'll be back healthy and ready to play for USA.
Yeah, for me right now, you're going to trust these guys, but more than anyone else, you're going to trust KD to tell you exactly what is going on and whether or not he can go. That's the great thing about it. Coach Bud can trust a guy like Kevin Durant to monitor himself more than anybody else.
Yeah,
I like that.
This is Brian Windhorst yesterday. His assessment of Team USA's second game, the win over Australia, but the close win. He didn't really didn't have a lot of great things to say either.
This was a C-plus performance by Team USA in their victory over Australia. They definitely showed some improvement, especially offensively. Their ball movement was better. They had 12 three-pointers. That got their lead to up over 20 points in the first half of this game. But they definitely have some things to work on. So much of international basketball comes down to interior play. That's why getting Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid on this team was huge. And Davis has been terrific. 17 points and 14 rebounds in this game in just 18 minutes. But the Americans were really gashed on the interior in this game. 68 points in the paint. That is a red letter number that they're going to have to work on. And certainly we're going to see them tested there, starting with Serbia and MVP Nikola Jokic, who took in this game from the stands on Monday night. Looking forward to getting a shot at Team USA on Wednesday, and then in a week and a half in the Olympics in France.
Intensity. That's all they need. They need intensity right now.
I would say reps together, too. This team doesn't play together.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that. They need intensity. They need to be threatened. This is an exhibition game, once again. And all the talent in the world, they have. Team USA, they got everything they need by far and away. And everybody inside that locker room knows it. The intensity level is what they need. A serious approach to what it is that they're doing instead of this kickback. Hey, we're great. We're the best team in the league, and we all know it. That works against you. It's human nature.
Yeah, they're the most talented team. That's not going to change. They're the most talented team in this tournament by far.
Oh my goodness.
So the only way they lose is if some other team that's good, they're going to have to be one of the other, pretty good teams, plays the game of their lives, and the U.S. doesn't bring that intensity. And realistically, the longer this tournament goes on, I think other teams just have less and less of a chance. Like, if you're going to catch the U.S., it's going to be like right now in one of these games that doesn't actually matter, or like right at the start of the actual games. I mean, I don't think they're going to lose any, but I do think there's probably something. If you give up 68 points in the paint, and you've got Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis and Bam Adebayo, like, that's probably guys not totally knowing where other guys are going to be on defense.
Yeah, I think of the Dream Team, 93, right? You think of them right there, and the way they just mowed through everybody else, just lowered the plow and hit the gas for the most part. Would you say they were incredibly talented? Michael Jordan. Would you say Charles Barkley? They were really, really talented. Larry Bird. Would you say they were a talented team? Of course. But you know what? The most impressive thing the Dream Team of 93 did was go out and act like they had no talent. And just whipped everybody. Beat them by how many points?
Well, let's see.
You were talking about this the other day.
I've got
it just
it right
blew
here.
my mind.
They beat Cuba by 79, Canada by 44, Panama by 60, Argentina by 41, Puerto Rico by 38, and Venezuela in the gold medal game by 47.
You can't say Panama without thinking about Van Halen, right? You just can't. You can't do it, bro.
I guess you can't. I'm trying
Google it, my young crunks.
The average margin of victory was 51.5.
51.5. You know, to me, that
Yeah,
again,
thanks for playing, guys.
I know how talented they were, but the thing I'm most impressed, how tough they were. And that speaks to it right there.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.